everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, we have a little more news about the Knives Out sequels that are coming to Netflix. Netflix just paid a huge amount of money, I believe it was around $450 million, to get the rights to distribute the sequels to Rian Johnson, the director of Star Wars The Last Jedi, and more well-known films from him, like Looper, and of course the first Knives Out film. Netflix just got the rights to distribute Knives Out 2 and 3 on their service, and now we know a little bit more casting news about Knives Out 2 in particular, at least. This comes to us from Deadline, is the one who originally reported this news, actually. It says Dave Bautista. Yes, Dave Bautista, who just recently come out and talked like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be his last MCU film as Drax. Best known for kicking butt and competing with The Rock as to who can have the most interesting film career. And Edward Norton, the guy who played the Hulk in 2008's The Incredible Hulk, that was also in the MCU. Also best known for, well, making lots of great movies, will join Daniel Craig's Benoit Blanc for the next caper in the Knives Out franchise. What's it going to be about? Who will they be playing? We have no idea. It's way too soon for us to know any of that. But Knives Out was actually a very, very, very good film. I know a lot of people don't care for Rian Johnson due to what happened on Star Wars The Last Jedi. I personally don't mind that film. I actually like the sequels in the Star Wars saga, but that's a video for another story. I just didn't hate them as much as many did. I could see the criticism, though, so I'll leave it at that. But Rian Johnson takes criticism for The Last Jedi. Some maybe rightfully so, some maybe not. But nobody should ever treat someone who directed a movie like with death threats and things like that, which I know it got pretty bad for people in that film. Like ask the girl who plays Rose Tico as well. She took it on the chin. But look, good for her. She got a role in Raya and the Last Dragon. But again, I digress. But Rian Johnson, more well known for movies like Looper with Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Great film, by the way. And Rian Johnson has obviously made another great film in Knives Out. And if you've not seen Knives Out, I highly recommend you go check it out. I mean, it had an all-star cast. It was basically a murder mystery film, kind of like a whodunit, almost like maybe like the old Clue game and movie and adaptation. But this had such a big cast in it for everybody from Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Captain America himself, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Toni Collette, Christopher Plummer, just to name a few. And it was very well done. The stories were interweaved in a way to where it really gave you that mystery feel. And of course, the reveal at the end and all that sort of stuff about who actually did the murder and all that. It was just very well done. And of course, Chris Evans playing the total douchebag in the movie, basically, where it's not the type of thing we normally would see out of Captain America, right? He got to kind of do something a little bit different with his acting skills, which is always good for a actor to branch out. But the first film was just a lot of fun, and if you've not seen the first Knives Out movie, definitely go see it. But it obviously looks like Knives Out 2 is going to kind of follow the same formula and get an all-star cast. And Dave Bautista, who's been branching out and doing lots of different things outside of Marvel and just some of the other movies he's done. Obviously, he was with Daniel Craig in Spectre, the James Bond film, which a lot of people didn't care for that either. Some people think that Dave Bautista and Daniel Craig were two of the best parts of that film. It was also a movie Dave Bautista, I don't believe, even said a single word until he got killed, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so, I mean, it makes sense for him to try this. I mean, I know he's got Army of the Dead with Zack Snyder coming out to Netflix as well. I believe it was Netflix. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, that movie was coming out soon too. So Dave Bautista is a very busy guy. And of course, it makes sense to, try this film out, on for size and see if he can take that. Rian Johnson's a very talented director, as I laid out, and he can maybe get some good work out of Dave Bautista. He's not the best thespian in the world, but then again, neither was The Rock when he first started, and I think many people would agree that The Rock is a good actor. Sometimes pro wrestlers jumping into the movie scene don't always pan out. We'll see what happens with John Cena, and there's been a few others who've done it over the years, but I think John Cena is going to improve as well. We're going to see what he's got this year, especially when it comes to Fast and Furious 9. He plays Vin Diesel's brother in that film, and then we're going to see him again in DC's The Suicide Squad as the Peacemaker, and then Cena will also get his own TV show based on that show. So or based on that movie, also called The Peacemaker, coming to HBO Max. But, you know, we'll see what Dave Bautista can do here. I mean, obviously, you know, he'll get better as time goes on as well. And of course, you know, playing Drax in the MCU is definitely, you know, something that's up his wheelhouse, because it doesn't require the best acting skills to pull off that character, the dry humor and things like that. It's just something that Bautista could definitely do. So, I mean, I'm excited to see where this goes. Now, as for Edward Norton, another big casting. You know, he's been in a lot of good things like Birdman and, you know, obviously Fight Club, and, you know, obviously to me as an MCU fan, as the Incredible Hulk before Mark Ruffalo took over before the Avengers movie. So a lot of people tend to forget that Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton. I thought he did a great job in that film. And granted, Edward Norton's got a bit of a reputation in Hollywood for being difficult to work with, but he is such a good actor, so he might feel like, you know, there's certain things he wants or needs to pull off such good roles. But yeah, this sounds great. I mean, Knives Out 2, I highly anticipate it, because I mean, the first film was just so good. And again, it's not something that I would normally find entertaining. I kind of got my niche franchises that I really do enjoy, but I like to branch out and see different things that you know, maybe I'm not, you know, thinking is going to be very good. And I like to be surprised. And Knives Out was definitely a welcome surprise. So I cannot wait for Knives Out 2 and 3. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and a very good film for Netflix. It better be, because they spent a boatload of cash to get the rights to distribute this and to get Rian Johnson to do these two films for their service. But what do you guys think? Do you guys like this casting news for Knives Out 2? Are you excited to see Dave Bautista and Edward Norton in the film? Did you like Knives Out 1, the first film? Was it as good as I thought it was to you guys? Comment down below, hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on my channel. And until my next video, guys, take care.
Target